So I'm the brigade commander of the 1st Armour Brigade Combat Team, 34th Infantry Division from the Minnesota National Guard. And we've really got two major components here. One of our combined arms battalions, 2nd Battalion, 136th Infantry out of Moorhead, Minnesota, is training with the Lithuanian Iron Wolf Brigade. They're in Prabradė. So that's one big element of the brigade here as part of Saber Strike. The other part, which is what you and I are here doing, is as part of a multinational joint air assault. So the 1st Brigade headquarters is forming the Air Assault Task Force staff. I'm the Air Assault Task Force Brigade Commander. We're here partnering with an active duty aviation battalion, the 3rd Battalion, 10th General Support Aviation Battalion out of Fort Drum, New York. And so that plus some other multinational partners, most notably a British Commando, Royal Marine Commando Company, forms the heart of that Air Assault Task Force. Tactically, there's a part of between Lithuania and Poland called the Suwalki Gap. It's a gap because it's about a 60-kilometer area between where Kaliningrad is and Belarus. So that is critical because it allows, when it's open, allows Poland and Lithuania to have a land bridge. In this particular scenario, NATO wants to ensure the passage of a U.S. Stryker battalion from Poland into Lithuania to reinforce it. So our job is to form the Air Assault Task Force. Air Assault seize that area through a ground attack, and then pass a Stryker battalion from Poland into Lithuania, allow them to link up to the Iron Wolf Brigade. I have participated in a multinational joint exercise, but not like this, and certainly not at this level. The advantage we had is we did talk to the 116th Armour Brigade Combat Team out of Idaho. They performed in a similar, not the exact same exercise, but a similar one last year. So we got a lot of good lessons learned from them. And then our Brigade S3, Major Helgestad, did a lot of the planning in U.S. Army Europe and with our other allies. So we were well prepared. You always worry if you have too high of an operational tempo and how that's going to affect soldiers, their families, their employers. The feedback thus far has been unanimously positive. They came off of a great rotation at the National Training Center where they had a high. They did extremely well. I was actually a little concerned about how do you take a high-performing team and make it even better. So this multinational exercise has allowed us to take a couple of those lessons learned and improve upon them. The second, we talked about the 2nd Brigade, 136th Infantry. They're a combined arms battalion out of Moorhead. Traditionally, the 2nd Minnesota from the Civil War and known as the Bearcats, their training is going to allow them to not only train on their traditional objectives that they've got to maintain proficiency on anyway, but it's a great opportunity to train with multinational partners. They're working for the Iron Wolf Brigade here in Lithuania, who's tremendously competent. They've got a Croatian Brigade Support Battalion there in Prabradė, and they've got a Portuguese company that is working for them. So it's tremendous for the staff and for the soldiers to get to work with NATO partners, not something that you get to do every day. And the soldiers' feedback has been they're excited that they're able to take the proficiency they gained last year at National Training Center and put it to work, and they're really excited to be in Lithuania and get to visit another country and contribute to NATO. So it's been really great that it's very positive. At the highest level, it is certainly to reassure our allies. There's a number of exercises, sometimes we call it Baltic operations, this is Saber Strike, but the highest level, the European Reassurance Initiative is the overarching umbrella under which all these operate. So we want to reassure our NATO allies that we're all in this together, we're part of the team, and that we can demonstrate capability. One of the things that the 2nd Minnesota, 2 of the 136, did is they actually brought all their equipment, their tanks and their Bradley fighting vehicles. We rail loaded them from Minnesota, loaded them onto a port in Texas, brought them over here, and one of the things General Hodges, the U.S. Army Europe Army commander, wanted us to do was in 72 hours get them from port to the training area and assembly area. And they were able to accomplish that with their partners, 1st Sustainment Brigade and all the enablers. So that was an incredible feat. And that sends a message to our allies that we're here, we have the capability to get here quickly to support you, and we stand ready with you. But General Hodges has got a nice commercial that just came out recently after one of the live fire exercises here in Saber Strike. And he said, we've moved beyond just reassurance, and we've moved to deterrence. anyone that is going to pose a threat to NATO and our allies, we're going to deter them. We're going to demonstrate capability and let them know that we're an alliance that is going to stand ready with our partners. Our families are the best families. They support our soldiers. Our employers are incredibly supportive, and we know that it's a hardship. My employer, for instance, Boston Scientific, when I leave, they've got to have somebody step up and take that leadership position within the team, and they do that. And for all those employers out there that do support their soldiers, whether it's 2 weeks or 3 weeks of annual training, whether it's an extended drill weekend or whether it's a deployment, I want to say thank you for enabling them to serve their country. We are in a time where it's a dangerous world out there, and we need our reserve components and the Minnesota National Guard. So we very much appreciate that. To our families, thank you. To my wife, Christine, thanks for supporting me and allowing me to continue to serve. And to our soldiers, we very much appreciate your service. After 30 years, I continue to wear the uniform because it's important, and I hope that you continue to wear the uniform as well.